Starting off, to sketch out my brows, I'm going to be using a black pencil liner, and you want to make sure it is waterproof or long lasting so that it doesn't smudge if you have oily skin. And with an angle brush, I'm going to use this to create fine lines for a dark and defined brow. Using tape, I'm going to apply this at the outer corner of my eyes to help create sharp edges for my eyeshadow. With my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, I'm going to use this on my eyelid as a base. Because it's made with a blend of mineral oil and powder, it glides on effortlessly. And you can simply blend it out with your fingers. For my eyelid, I'm going to be using this green eyeshadow and lightly packing it onto my skin. The best way to prevent having fallouts is to apply your eyeshadows in a packing motion. This also helps with the brightness of your colors as well. Next, I will be using a purple eyeshadow to create my crease, and I'm just going slightly above my natural crease line to create a bigger eyelid. Using a blending brush, I'm going to fade the purple upwards. When adding colors, you want to take your time so your eyeshadows blend beautifully together. To intensify my crease, I'm going to create a line with a liquid liner, and I'm just going to wait a few seconds for it to dry. And to blend it out nicely, I'm mixing a black eyeshadow along with the purple and adding more product as I go. And I'm also making sure that I'm blending out the colors as well. To brighten up my eyes, I'm going to add my Jumbo Pencil in Milk onto the inner corners of my eyes. Because I want to balance the brightness around my eyes, I'm also going to highlight beneath my brows and add some white onto my brow bone as well. Using a black liquid liner, I'm going to start lining my eyes from the inner corners and then connecting from the outer corner. As you can see, this tape is also very helpful when you need to create that perfect wing liner. Once your eyeliner is completely dry, peel off the tape and make sure to hold down your skin so it doesn't tug or pull your skin away. With a black pencil liner, I'm going to line my waterline, keeping it as close to my lash line as possible. To prevent my eyeliner from smudging, I'm going to apply some eyeshadow directly on my lower lash line to seal the creamy product in place. And finally, to complete the eyes, I'm going to add some lashes, pressing them as closely to my lash line as possible, and this is going to help the glue adhere to your skin and blend in with your natural lashes. Moving on to my face, I'm going to start with my NYX Hydro Touch Primer, applying it evenly onto my skin. And I love this product because it has chamomile, green tea, and ginseng root, so it helps extract your skin, making it soft, smooth, and refreshed. Now to cover my dark circles, I'm going to use an orange corrector to camouflage any darkness under my eyes. With some concealer, I'm going to apply this right above the orange corrector and blend it out with an angled buffer brush. When blending out the concealer, make sure to use your brush in a patting motion. This will ensure that you're covering up the orange corrector rather than mixing the two colors together. For a flawless look, I'm going to apply a full coverage foundation, starting off by creating dots on one side of my face and then blending it out with a damp beauty blender. And when applying foundation, I like to work in sections of my face because it gives you time to blend out the product evenly onto your skin. Now I'm just going to apply some powder to help my foundation stay in place. To add some dimension, I'm going to use different shades of brown to contour my face. And I like to start off by sculpting the hollows of my cheeks and then bronzing up the areas around my forehead. Next, I'm going to apply a light pink blush to create some rosy cheeks. For a nice dewy glow, I'm going to highlight the high points of my cheekbones with a shimmery champagne color. And I'm also going to apply this onto the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Because I want to keep the focus on my eyes, I will be using these nude matte lipsticks from NYX Cosmetics. First, I'm going to apply the shade Honeymoon onto my lips. And then I'm going to apply the shade Bear With Me on top since it has a pink blush tone. And now to really make this look like a bird, I'm going to be adding a triangular shape down the bridge of my nose. And this is going to look like the beak once you're done. Now I'm going to outline the triangular shape with a black liquid liner. For this step, you want to start by creating small strokes and making a straight line as much as possible. Once you create the triangular shape, start to curve the remaining line outwards towards your crease line and connecting the two. This is the last step for the eyes, so it's going to help make the yellow stand out with the rest of your makeup. And to complete this entire look, I'm going to be showing you guys how I put on my feathers. Using eyelash glue, I applied it to the back of each feather and then placing it onto my body with one hand on the end of the feather and the other hand firmly pressing it down onto my skin. And now that the feathers are all glued on, I present to you the finished look of my Enchanting Bird princess. I seriously had so much fun filming this look for you guys, so I hope that you enjoyed it. I really wanted to create something different and I'm just so happy with the way that it turned out. If you guys like this tutorial, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye guys!